So in today's video, we're going to look at what happens to your pensions, your pension pots, and also your death in service if you should pass away before you've started to take that pension. So first things first, we've got a situation here. So we've got a pension, we've got a client, he's got his pension, he's got a pension pot. So he's been saving into his pension pot now for a few years. He's got a pension pot, so he's saved up the money. There's a pension pot of money sitting there at the moment. He's also got some death in service as well. Now, what we will have done is he will have probably named his wife or his husband, depending if it's the wife or the husband, as the nominated beneficiary for this pension. Now, normally pensions are inheritance tax free, which they are, but there is an exception to this rule, and that is if before we crystallize the pension, before we start taking the pension, this pot of money, if you pass away, is passed onto the nominated beneficiary on death. Which means that if this is a husband or a wife, the pension pot will be paid directly into the estate of the deceased. So now if we've got a sizable pension pot here, we've now potentially just created ourselves an inheritance tax issue by having that pension pot paid to that nominated beneficiary. So what would we do to combat that? Well, what we can do, like we always do, is we set up a pension and death in service trust. So on death, the pension pot is actually paid into a pension trust of which the wife or the husband would actually be a beneficiary to that pension trust. So they would then loan those funds to themselves, obviously, so that way that money then doesn't enter into the estate. So we're keeping all the pension pots outside of the estate for an inheritance tax purposes. Hope you found that interesting. Keep liking and following. Again, if you need anything from me, email me on the addresses above, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next one. Take care.